I love talking to people that worked a lot in WLW because, man, you want to talk about, like, I think that it was so far ahead of its time in so many ways. Like, I feel like if NXT existed in like 2000, it would have been WLW because you had a Trevor Murdoch working against like Chuck Palumbo or Mark Jindrak, or
Yep.
then maybe a few months later you're working Butch Reed. Like,
Yep.
you've got all these different experience levels coming in and out. Like, that's what stood out to me. Like, I look down your matches and it's like, oh, Butch Reed versus Trevor Murdoch. Like, that is fantastic that you were able to get that type of experience and work with people like that while also working with brand new people.
It was like, I'm really blessed in the fact that Harley gave me, just basically built my resume for me within WLW. All those guys truly respected Harley. So when they came in and Harley said, "Hey, I got a young guy that I think's got a lot of potential. Can you go in there and really showcase him? This is my town. This is where we've been working." And I got blessed, man. I went, like you said, guys from Butch Reed to Bobby Eaton to Chuck Palumbo, Billy Gunn, the Harris twins. There's probably a one man gang. I got a
Yeah.
chance to wrestle one man. Now I know that's a little older, but as a old school wrestling
Yeah.
fan, like, that's some bucket list shit right there for me. Um, it really prepared me for the opportunities that were ahead of me later on. WLW was before ROH.
Yeah.
We started 2 years before ROH. Yeah, there was a time period where, in my opinion, we were the best independent promotion in the country. Like, we had a lot of old school, good wrestling talent and we were drawing houses. It wasn't nothing for us to draw a 400 seat house and not have but a bunch of young guys that nobody knew and a couple names and, Harley Race, it was a good time, man.
And I look down through there, and you just, as I'm looking through like the list of people that you worked there, it wasn't out of the ordinary to see like Bobby Eaton or a young person like BJ Whitmer, who became
Yep.
known within the wrestling world. Tracy, I don't know if Tracy Smothers worked there. I just saw that you worked him
He came
elsewhere.
down. Yeah.
I love
He
that
came down
guy.
there. CM Punk was down there
Yeah.
before CM Punk was there. Ace Steel was down there before he was Ace Steel. BJ, Colt Cabana. There was a lot of young talent that all wanted to come down and work for Harley. You know what I mean? To be able to say, like, "Hey, I've worked a show for Harley Race," which again gave us an opportunity because those guys were trained differently and we could mix and match our
Yeah.
styles and learn, quote unquote, learn from those guys and learn. That was my biggest thing. I wanted to learn everybody's styles so when I went in the ring, I could work and wrestle with anybody.